If you're wondering...
Do you believe in heaven? I don't know what happened.
I don't know how
I had
I
the
feel.
same cup of coffee. I had the same breakfast. I slept the same amount of hours. I watched the same silly show last night.
What show?
I'm lying. I didn't. I watched I watched the news.
And that leads me to my first endorsement, which is...
The news. Just kidding.
Welcome to That's So Mental. I'm Ilana Sullivan.
And I'm Cristina Fernandez. And each week we'll dive deep into the labyrinth that is the human brain.
Now, we have no business giving advice on mental health, but we do have a lot of opinions and experiences with full-blown mental breakdowns.
That's so mental. Well, now we're cooking.
Hey, welcome to a podcast that has a name.
What's in a name?
A name is just something to hang your shoes up on. I don't know. What's that old saying?
Welcome to the podcast formerly known as Totally Mental. Now rebranded
as That's So Mental. Why? Because we didn't realize that there was already a podcast.
Because we're mere mortals. And you know what? Everything has already been done.
And you know what? Those other ladies, they weren't comedians.
Oh, don't be mean. We should forgive ourselves. All of the above.
I forgive you.
D.
I forgive myself.
Yeah, we really should because, you know, this is true. We all make mistakes. And I just want to say that and underline it. And I do think artists often go like, why should I make this? Because it's already been made. Well, we're the living embodiment of why you should just keep trying to make stuff.
Also, we just got really excited.
And we just got started.
We were so excited.
We were
so like,
excited.
This is a good...
Classic ADD moves.
Feels like, yeah, it is.
We got so excited. You know, it's like, I always think, okay, when you think about like painting a wall, it sounds so fun, you know, that little roller and squishing it in.
That first roll.
But who wants to do the tape?
Yeah, that part's awful.
Who wants to tape off? Who wants to measure that room?
You know what I like? I like peeling the tape off.
That is satisfying. But I'm saying all the hard work prior.
Right, that part's hard.
You know, it's hard. It's hard to do that part.
But here we are.
Continuing.
We're continuing.
We are not on drugs. No, I would just like to state that.
I mean, we are on pharmaceuticals that are prescribed by our doctors that are the right dose.
But I am every day. But today I'm feeling just buzzy.
I did have a coffee.
Wow.
I know.
I had one as well.
So, and I had a Starburst, a pink one.
Who
knows what's in that? Red number dye. Red number 40.
Red number 4.
Red dye number 40. So welcome to That's So Mental. We're very excited.
We're still excited. We're onto a great thing. And, you know, you put lipstick on a pig and I don't know. Call me silly.
It is. So we decided that we would do like a little
Sorry.
Sorry to the podcast gods. And talk about what it is to kind of just like show up and make art and maybe not apologize. And it's not perfect.
We're going to peel back the curtain and we're going to say, here I stand before you, naked and afraid. Like that show, I think.
I want to see that show.
But you know what I mean, metaphorically speaking, just we're here and we are real people and I don't know, like it's such a good lesson. It's a good lesson.
It is a good lesson
that we all fuck up.
Yeah.
And feel silly.
To push forward because there are so many times in the creative process where you're doing a thing and you're so excited about, it's kind of like what we talked about with Michael Feldman of like, you know, in the beginning.
Started, it's super fun. It's the honeymoon.
The best. And then when you're really in the thick of it, you're just like, what is this? This is awful. And my tendency as someone with undiagnosed ADD is to move on to a new thing.
Find the next shiny object.
You know, and there've been moments even in this where I'm like, should we be doing this?
Should I now go back to stand up? Yeah,
there are 100 million podcasts.
Yes. Why make another podcast, right? You could just stop there. But we are creative people.
And we think it's really interesting, the link between ultimately depression and comedy.
That's me being depressed.
That was a good depressed sigh. Or anxious and writing. I mean,
stuff.
They are intrinsically linked.
I don't know. There's really something to like, why write a book? Why make this? Why do another song? Why another love story? But you know what? I think if it's coming from the right source and it is
Which is your root chakra.
There we go.
I mean, I just felt
your
it
base,
as you said
your
source.
base under you. Really get it. Like it's the framework for the rest to flow out of. But if it is coming out of the right place and you have this creative impulse, I really just say, you just got to go for it, honey.
Right. Because what else are we doing? Like
what else
our taxes?
You know what I think? What else am I going to do? Responsible things? Schedule properly? Nah.
Never.
Scheduling. Talk about mistakes. Scheduling is...
Yeah. Christina got in the car and was like, whoops.
I forget that all my lives are still my life.
Right. She has a child.
I have another one.
And another one. Same with me. One and then another one.
And I've agreed to pick him up, in about 20 minutes. And guess what? That is physically impossible because I don't time travel.
But it is interesting. There is a certain like disassociation from life to life, right?
I think that makes sense to me why I did that.
Yeah. Because you're like, I'm a mom. These are all the mom things I have to do. I have to make sure they have food and that they've gotten out the door and that they're in school. And then I have to pick them up and take them to their thing. And then in that woven
in another parallel universe, I'm just me. I'm just like little old me, little Cristina, talking to little Ilana.
You're just writing, you're podcasting, you're doing all the creative stuff. And that it is hard. It is hard to shoehorn in that life into the mom life.
Focus. Well, it's also, I literally just lost a thought.
There
what are you
it
going
is.
to do? Mistakes.
It's in that other universe. It's just floating in that parallel.
Oh, I know what I was going to say. So people are like, well, make a list. You want to get your thoughts in order, just make a list. Honey, I got nothing but lists. You know how many lists I have? And then when I go, where is that? It's in a list. I don't know where the freaking list is. It's in my pocket that I just found an old list in another bag. All I have are lists.
If I wasn't recording the video with my phone, I would break out my notes. I have like 1,000 notes in there. I know. Every once in a while, I'm like, I should clean these out.
How many notes do you have? Do you know? I think I have around 530.
I don't know.
I looked the other day and thought, am I really going to begin?
Really? Because I have
these?
I have in the 300s in one spot, but then I look at this other thing and I'm like, I don't know why there's a separate area.
Yeah, you did a sub. You went off into the labyrinth of your mind.
And there's a whole nother sub, and that also has hundreds.
You know, when you look at the computer and you go like, you see all the little open tabs, and I go, that is my brain. That's what the inside of my system.
How many tabs do you have open on your phone?
Oh, like 90.
Oh, I have the max.
What, is there a max?
At some point it was 500. And then, but it's just because I don't ever close.
That one's fun. It's kind of fun to do some closing, but I'm
not talking about apps and things. I'm talking about like tabs in Safari.
In the Safari. Oh, no, I know exactly what you're talking about, honey.
We might have to stop the video on this to really get to the bottom of what's in there.
PowerPoint, next one.
Click, click.
Yeah, lists are all I have. But I've never been someone who goes back to the list. Like I love taking notes in school. I love getting that pen, getting a new little fresh notebook, like writing so cute, starting again. I don't like that handwriting, starting again. And then, but when it was time to study and like go back, I really almost cannot do it.
Yeah.
I'm not a good like reviser.
I wonder what that thing is. I also am a list maker.
What is that problem?
But I also will do the thing where I will write a full list and I'm like, this handwriting is not good.
Oh my God, I know.
And I do it creatively too, but I really try not to do that when I'm writing creatively. I try not to be like,
that's not what it's about.
Right. But when I'm writing just like a pick up the groceries and do the thing,
I know.
I will write it and then I'll rewrite it.
I'm so happy to know you do that.
Is that
psychotic? You do feel like, no, but I felt so alone.
Oh.
So if we're both doing it, then everybody out there is doing it.
Do you guys do that? Is this a normal, Elizabeth, do you do that? Do you make a list?
Okay.
And then,
we got an admission. Whew. Okay. Well, we got 3. We've got a community.
Because you seem stable.
Yeah.
we got a so-so, but I of the 3 of us, I'm guessing.
Well, we've talked about the notebooks, right? It's like the incessant note. I mean, the calendar was the same thing. Okay. I have a friend, she does production. I looked at her calendar in her phone. It's so beautiful. It's color coded, everything. I mean, and it is packed to the brim. That is the dream. And it looks so good. And so one day I said, I'm going to do that. I'm going to get that production brain hat on my face, whatever that means. And I'm going to do it. And I'm going to make different colors for different things. Well, guess where I got stuck? I'm like, okay, my personal stuff, is that like a purple or is that more like a blue? You know, is kid stuff yellow or is kid stuff green or
then
pink?
it's over.
And I'm like, girl, you ain't ever making a production schedule because that's not your brain. Your brain is some other bizarro, probably self-sabotaging, too many ideas. I get flooded with ideas.
Yeah. I get
flooded.
that.
Do you get flooded?
100%.
I get the flood.
Do you, well, one thing I know we're supposed to talk about, I don't have my computer open.
One thing we're supposed to talk about, 20 minutes. Okay. And by 20, I mean 9 minutes.
9 minutes in, is how was our week? How was your week? What was your mental check-in of the week?
Let's see. My mental check-in is, where am I at? I'm feeling like, well, I closed my show, so I was feeling really like post-baby haze. Like, like, I don't know what I'm going to do next. Like, I don't know. What are you doing?
Do you get super depressed or do you?
Yeah, I am having a little bit of a crash and then a little bit of almost like what did I just, like I slept with someone, you know, too quick. I don't know.
Oh, like what have I done?
What did I do? You know, like a little bit of like, I just showed my private parts in public.
Yeah, which she does.
Like I'm feeling exposed in a funny way and I'm trying not to go back too much and just continue forward.
Yeah.
Continue forward. Like I don't need to, that one I actually don't need to go and like, I mean, I need to revise in the sense of like if I do it again, but I don't need to go back in time and like psychoanalyze the moments.
Yeah.
Because that will keep me from the next round.
Right. Then you won't pursue and push forward.
Yeah, I think I'm a little bit, and I'm just like, I am leaning into like just being a mom. Because I did feel like I was leaving them quite a bit.
Yeah. Well, that is hard too, right? You're like when the creative stuff pops up and
you
then
feel guilty.
You do. You feel guilty.
You're like, you leave them one night and they're like, why do you always leave? And it's like, oh my God.
And then you're like, I have to leave 5 more times in the next 2 weeks.
I also like, get ready, guys. It's going to be painful.
Yeah. Dads don't get that. At least.
No.
Not in my house.
That's still there. I don't know. It might sound like so 50s, but.
Yeah.
We're pausing because it's descended upon us. Spirit is here.
The patriarchy is
Truth
alive and
is
well.
Present.
Well, I think that's good. I had a weird.
But do they do that because it's the patriarchy?
I mean,
it's just kids. Like
I think it's just kids. They're just attached to their
you.
moms.
You are them. They came out of your body,
Yeah.
and so they're like, you. My part of my body can't just be walking out into the street to a comedy club tonight. I have ownership of you a little bit more than of the other guy.
Yeah,
other person.
Who is he? It could be any guy.
Yeah, it could be. It maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I think that connection between,
Yeah.
we are the same person in more ways
It's hard.
than the other person.
Yeah.
You needed the other person, but
I just
were
like to
ripped.
blame the
They were
patriarchy
ripped.
whenever I can.
I know. I know.
Even if it's inappropriate and not,
It's like, why didn't my lunch come? Patriarchy.
obviously. I had a weird week where I did a couple of shows and then I also just like, I don't know. I honestly think it's my pre-birthday blues, but I fell down a TikTok rabbit hole of.
I thought you were going to say a literal. I was like, oh my God, you fell down a rabbit hole?
Fell in a manhole.
Oh my God, like, where's a rabbit hole? Are you on a farm?
They are shockingly
so you
big
fell down a rabbit
holes of borderline personality disorder. And I really was like, I think I might have this.
I mean, who doesn't read something on the internet and think exactly that it's them? We're just waiting for God's light to shine on us. Even if the most like, you're like, that's me. That's me.
I'm that one.
I am a psychopath and an egomaniac and a narcissist.
Yeah.
Wait, so you thought you had borderline? Wait, why did you start looking at borderline?
It just came to me and then I was like, well, that's a sign.
So I'm going to look it up.
So I'm going to look it up.
You heard it in your head and then you looked it up?
Oh, no. I saw a video.
How do you get to the video?
It was on TikTok.
Came
up in my For You page.
And then you go, what's being like sold to me about me?
I'm like, do I? I mean, I haven't talked to my therapist about it yet. I'm going to talk to her.
Going to?
She's probably going to be like, oh, that's enough.
I know we've talked about this, but you see her every week?
I see her every 2 weeks. And
Does she take insurance?
She doesn't.
But do you get the bill?
I
super bill?
do the super bill, but so far since we've switched insurance companies, I don't actually know that it's covered. So I've been like really like, oh boy, it's a lot of money.
Super Bill sounds so much more fun than what it is, guys.
I will tell you, SAG insurance.
Super Bill.
SAG insurance, hooray with the Super Bill. You can.
I need to find a therapist because I have SAG and it's only a little bit longer. And if anybody wants to hire me to continue into 25, let me know.
Same. Also looking for that SAG money.
SAG endorsements, SAG jobs. Those are our endorsements by the end of the show.
Yep. But yeah,
okay.
so I don't know.
See her every 2 weeks.
I see her every 2 weeks. I missed last time, so it's been a month.
What are we talking about here per hour? What's the going rate these days?
She is on the lower end.
200.
Yeah,
150.
200.
Yeah. Okay.
I know it's a lot.
Hard. It is. It's.
And
tough.
in the back of my mind, I'm like, well, there might be a big reimbursement check coming my way.
You just leap and the net will catch you, which is sometimes true.
Sometimes
I will
true.
say,
Happens.
push yourself.
Yeah, so I don't know.
But you need it. You got to get there. You got to get there. Okay, so you got to have maybe if that's what you need, you got to carve out some little cash for the help.
And I found her right before I went onto my journey. Which is also almost a year.
The rabbit hole, another rabbit
hole, an ayahuasca rabbit hole. So I found her right before because she did like integration therapy with like ketamine. And I was like, well, I'm not going to do ketamine, but I'm going to go do this other thing.
And she was like, absolutely.
And she was like, yeah, same type of integration stuff. Because basically it's like your subconscious.
Wait, when you say integration... What is that?
Like back into the real world? I don't know.
Oh, got it. Okay,
you know
for a
I mean?
second I like fully lost a thread. I was like, what are we talking about? I think
it's basically like integrating what appears in your subconscious through this like medicated...
Through the big reveal.
The medicine. And then you unpack it, right? Because it's like ultimately it's showing you...
Something.
Deep
Are
things.
you going to learn from this or are you just going to move on?
Right. And helps you like... figure out what it all kind of means and how to implement things. You know, it's like working. But for me, it was like how to come back to the real world.
Paying a bill. Calling someone on the phone.
How to drive a car.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, at some point, we're going to
go hard on this.
We're going to go hard into ayahuasca.
Hard on this subject, guys. That's a little teaser,
Just a
as
teaser.
they call it. Oh gosh, yeah. So you're talking to your therapist.
So I'm talking to my therapist.
At.
So I haven't talked to her yet about my new thoughts about borderline.
Oh yeah, borderline. Right.
Because it's
hard to diagnose.
Yeah, it's basically like you always think that nobody likes you. And
is that what it is? I thought.
Listen, I found it on the internet.
I thought it's like incessant drama creation, but also then sort of gaslighting people around it, like being like, "I'm not the one who's like starting a bunch of stuff."
I thought that was like multiple personality. There's a lot of personality disorders.
We should have someone talk to us who knows what they're talking about.
We gotta have Dr. Alisa.
Borderline. But she might not be borderline. She said she really focuses on depression, anxiety.
Yeah.
If there's any borderliners out there, without.
Listen, the guy who was talking about borderline seemed to really have his shit together. I was
on
like,
the
are
video?
you sure?
On the TikTok?
I mean, who knows? Listen,
seem to have his shit together.
I saw something on the
TikTok.
Internet. Yeah. Anyway, I was in a depressive state, so I am sensitive during those moments where I'm like...
Yeah, looking up stuff and trying to understand.
Yeah.
Trying to like understand your shite.
But I think it's a little pre-birthday blues.
Yeah.
Just like
your
that.
birthday's in less than a week.
Yeah.
Do you get that often? Like I know people who are really, sometimes I'm like, am I totally blind to reality because I'm like kind of happy-go-lucky about like, I'm like, birthdays is like not that big of a deal. And then one day it's all going to hit me and I'm going to fully have like a mental breakdown because some people really feel like they face their birthday every year and they really talk about it in like a heavy, like, oh, it's my birthday's coming. But I'm like,
you don't feel it? I think I think you probably won't then.
It's the Sagittarius in me, maybe.
I think most people don't feel it. I mean, the other thing I used to do is...
I think most people do.
I don't
really?
know.
I talk to so many, they're like, I hate birthdays. I hate my birthday. Like, it's like, it's coming, so it must be like my birthday.
We should take a survey.
Let's do it.
I don't know. I don't know how people...
So do you get this before, or is it this year? Or depends?
I do. I think I do it every year. It's just that thing of being
alive,
feeling time, right? You're like, oh my God, it's another year. And then I start to think of like, what that number is and what I thought of that number, like 40s as a kid. I know.
Don't review the tape. Don't
Punishing.
Review. Don't go back to the notes.
Exactly. Just
don't go back to the list. Maybe that's why I don't go back to the list, because I'll have to see some like harsh reality about the things I have and have not completed.
or go back and look at the show. I mean, and maybe it's more like that. I shouldn't go back and look at the.
Don't roll the tape. Don't watch yourself on tape. Don't listen to your voice. I mean, talk about that's going to be hard when we listen to our voices. My voice.
I mean, you got to move forward.
So you start thinking about the number.
I think about the number. And then I think about where I was last year. And then I start thinking, I know.
You got to make some little affirmations through the year. You could pull them on and go, I've done a lot.
I'm going to write them on my mirror with lipstick this year.
You have done a lot.
I've done a lot.
Last year.
It's been a big year.
I think someone did say that, like to write every time you take a class, you read a book, from the smallest little win to the biggest successful, thing that you identify with.
The Oscar.
When you won the Oscar this past year, you write it down on a little tiny shitty piece of paper and you put it in a mason jar or any kind of jar, really. And then you pull it out at the end of the year and you kind of go over then you're like, it's like positive, real Instagram. It's like tactile Instagram.
Yeah.
Like
I do like to
review.
I do like to do that. I usually do it around the new year of like, what have I done this year? What have I finished?
And do you write it down?
Yeah. I make a list, obviously. I never see it again.
Guys, the topic is actually lists. Lists. So you make you don't think you forget stuff?
I'm sure that I do.
Like I bet you forget half the awesome things you do. Alana.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I would encourage
Christina.
you to make the list through the year. If you can find it at the end, that's even more exciting.
The problem with that is that you start one and then you have to start a new page every time. Yeah.
And then you got to get a new notebook. And then you just got to start all over again. And then you're going to switch careers. And then this podcast turns into, I don't know, traveling, touring, no. Slapstick comedy show. No. They get the cane.
Yes.
Talked about the cane.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God. Well.
We could just share what's in our own minds. That's all we can do.
Mm-hmm.
I love looking at this little flyer. What future? It really catches my eye. It's very beautiful.
Nobody can see that, but
I'm sorry. It's kind of like a brain. It's colorful and it's like a rainbow. And I'll put a picture of it at some point somewhere.
Will you?
For you.
Okay.
I'll make a list.
It'll show up somewhere.
Do you know people who are good at lists? To really complete the list?
Who?
Oh, I
thought I was getting an answer.
Today is fun. What's happening in the planets?
Oh, good God.
It's wacky.
It is.
I'm feeling
wacky
very
energy.
Wacky. I like us.
Do you like that we basically came to apologize for wrongly branding, but not apologize, just to accept that this is what happens.
It's okay. Have you tried to put stuff into a search bar anywhere? It's all been taken. Any idea? And this is supposed to be a positive note, but it's not starting out that way. But like, it should just relieve you of the pressure because it really has, right? There's only 7 stories in the world, as they say.
Oh, what are the 7 stories?
You don't know this whole theory? That at the core, it's like a Joseph Campbell or one of these big guys.
That I must have read it at some point.
Patriarchal kind of narrative storytelling dudes talk about. But that essentially there's only like 5 or 7 stories. That there's like the love story, the war, the journey, the
creation,
family. It's like that essentially any great film or book can all be distilled down to like a handful of like the structure is basically right. Like Romeo and Juliet is the lovers, and something about, I don't know, Succession is about family, the family dynamics.
Have you ever read the original fairy tales?
Some of them I know, and they're wild. Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Hi.
So dark. And Sleeping Beauty. I mean, it's like.
It's so, it's bananas.
Dark.
They are so dark. And they say that, right? It's like we're probably seeing versions of those fairy tales over and over.
Yeah.
And they've been distilled and they've been changed and they've been translated and they've been, told to children. So you got to leave out the fact that Ariel cuts off her tongue.
But were they? I think those stories used to be told to children. That's why everybody was fucked up. Leading us back to the fact.
It was a violent world and people needed to be told what was outside the door, And
nobody dealt with that trauma of being told about a
they had to go out in the woods and like people had to fight wars.
Yeah.
And they'd still do, but we're very lucky here because we're in a cute little podcast room.
It's a different life.
I don't know what my point was.
Okay, good. Me neither. Well,
What is the point of anything?
this is just a short little teaser for if you're wondering.
Do you believe in heaven? I don't know what happened.
I don't know how
I
I
had the
feel.
same cup of coffee. I had the same breakfast. I slept the same amount of hours. I watched the same silly show last night.
What show?
I'm lying. I didn't. I watched I watched the news.
And that leads me to my first endorsement, which is
The news. Just kidding.
Fox News. No.
What is your first endorsement?
I mean, I don't know if it's good for my mental health, but it's a delightful show called Bad Monkey.
Oh, yeah. Is that the one with Vince Vaughn you were telling me
Yeah.
about? Cool.
Did I talk about that here?
No.
Just in private?
It's private side combo.
Okay. Yeah, it's a really delightful little romp. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I like a good show from start to finish.
Good for you.
I'm excited for it's dark. It's not
Yeah.
not the most upbeat scenario.
I
But
might have mentioned this last time, but I watched the Menendez Monsters.
also light and fluffy.
Had to finish it.
Yeah.
Something about it was like it was a train wreck of a, emotional journey, but very dark. No relief. No relief. in that
Yeah.
one. That's not my endorsement. That's my
I remember that story.
You do?
A little?
A little?
I at least remember their name. I
You
feel
were
like
East Coast at
Yeah,
that
yeah.
point? I think I was like in Puerto Rico still, so I'm like,
because where were they?
they were here in LA. It was
Oh,
like a
they
very
were?
LA,
Okay.
very LA trial.
Okay.
And that's kind of interesting about the show because they tie it into everything. It was a kind of a wild time
Yeah.
for LA. A lot of stuff going on.
Yep.
It was like right before OJ.
Mm.
And yeah,
Another
so,
fun trial.
another fun stuff.
Yeah, this was my vision of California was the Menendez brothers and OJ.
Palm
and
trees and highways.
Yeah, and Beverly Hills
purchases.
90210.
That's true. What's my endorsement? I don't know. I feel like I had that protein bar that I really like, and now I'm blanking on the guy's name. It's going to make me so mad. I've been living on protein bars. Have you guys heard
I
of
got to
those?
get into those.
What is his name? It's so absurd. The protein bar itself is so absurd looking, and it's so good.
What does it
It's
look?
not a
Is
good
it a
endorsement.
different shape? No, you need to have a name.
This is not a good endorsement. I'm tempted to like furiously text my husband, but I can't.
Is it a man's name?
Yeah. Duh.
So you know it's good.
Duh. You think it's some little lady name?
Or like a company name? I don't know.
No, man. We're going to get that man's legacy on there.
I like that he's like, this is
Oh
what.
my God. It's like, I want to say like something so stupid. I want to say like, I'm saying Ben Bradley, which is like not at all.
You know, the name that's in my head is Kurt Cobain. If he had a protein bar, I would
Would you eat it?
I would try it.
It's really good. Oh my God. I can like see it. It's like yellow and red and like it's crazy. It looks like a crazy and it's healthy. Okay. Green powder. I love green powder.
There it is. That's your
I
endorsement
have
for the
no
day.
names. I'm going to take a photo of it and put it up with that other little poster.
With the flyer that you're also never going to put up. What future? Well, with that, the future of Totally Mental is That's So Mental. And
we are.
100%.
And maybe you are too.
And we hope you continue to listen. We have some great guests coming on. And
It will not just be this.
it will not just be loose cannons on a mic.
Pew, 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 pew. But hopefully this was making you feel better about your life.
That's our main objective.
And good night. Hey, if you like listening to That's So Mental, send us your thoughts or show ideas. Let us know what you'd like to hear about.
That was so mental. Rate, subscribe, and hit us up with your stories.
That's So Mental.